Hey, this is Kim. I'm going to do a 30-minute power yoga. So whenever you're ready to get started, you can come into child's pose. So forehead resting on your mat. Knees together or spread wide. And just breathing here. Let's take a big breath in, filling up with air. Long exhale out, just let it go completely. Big breath in, filling up. Long exhale out, let it go. We'll slowly make our way up to our hands and knees. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We'll take a few rounds of our cat-cow. So inhale, crown to the front, tail to the back. Exhale to your cat, round your back, push out all of the air. Inhale to your cow. Exhale to your cat. One more time, inhale to your cow. Exhale to your cat. We'll take a few hip rolls to the right, so getting out any snaps, crackles, and pops. And then coming back to center, we'll just switch directions. So taking a few hip rolls in the other direction. Go ahead and come back to center. Make our way into our extended puppy pose. So walk those palms toward the top of your mat. Spread your fingers wide. Melt your chest toward your mat. Reach your tail to the sky. So breathing here. Just inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Go ahead and make our way back to that tabletop position. So we're going to extend that right arm nice and long in front of us, left leg to the back. Flex your foot, pull your arm and foot in opposite directions. We're going to bring elbow to knee, hug them in nice and close. Open up. Elbow to knee. Open up. One more time, elbow to knee. Open up. Release to your mat. We'll take it on the other side. So extend that left arm to the front. Right leg to the back. Pull in those opposite directions. Bring elbow to knee. Open up. Elbow to knee. Open up. One more time, elbow to knee. Open up. And then release back to your mat. We're going to press back to our first downward facing dog. So we want feet about hip width apart, heels pressing towards your mat. Spread those fingers wide, press into your palms. Take a nice deep bend in your right knee, press your left heel toward the mat. Bend your left knee, press your right heel toward the mat. And then just take a moment to walk out your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Go ahead and inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet, and then press your heels towards your mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heels towards your mat. Go ahead and reach that right leg to the sky. We'll bend our knee, heel open our hip. Take any movements here that feel good to you. So we'll reach that right leg to the sky. We're going to rock forward to our plank, bring knee to nose. Press back, three-legged dog. Knee to that right elbow. Press back, three-legged dog. And then knee to that left elbow. Press back, three-legged dog. Release right foot to meet left. Reach that left leg to the sky. Rock forward to plank, knee to nose. Press back, three-legged dog. Knee to left elbow, hug it in nice and close. Press back, three-legged dog. Knee to that right elbow. Press back, three-legged dog. Release left foot to meet right. We'll tiptoe our feet toward the top of our mat. Heel toe our feet toward the outer edges. Grab opposite elbows and come into your ragdoll. So let that head and neck hang nice and heavy. maybe swaying from side to side. Just trying to let any tension start to roll off your neck and back. We'll release our hands heel toe our feet back to about hip width apart. So we'll inhale, halfway lift, pull your crown to the front, tail to the back. Exhale, deep forward fold. And then inhale your arms to the sky. Go ahead and release your hands by your sides. So just take a moment to get nice and grounded. So maybe stacking the shoulders over the hips. And just breathing here. So either setting an intention or coming back to an intention, coming back to the breath. Go ahead and inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then step back to your high push-up. So just pausing here. Engaging that core, stacking shoulders over wrists. Always knowing you can drop those knees to the mat. Just really squeezing that core in. We're going to go ahead and exhale to our chaturanga. So bend the elbows, hug them into the ribs at a 90-degree angle, and then slowly release onto your belly. We'll come into a gentle cobra, so press into the tops of the feet, nice neutral gaze. We're going to press into the tops of the feet and the hands press up to our upward facing dog if that feels okay to you. And then back to your downward facing dog. So we'll take 3 rounds of our sun A's moving with our breath. We'll walk, step, or float to the top of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. So one more round, walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. So just breathing here. Coming back to your breath. Coming back to your intention. So just inhaling and exhaling through the nose. We'll walk, step, or float to the top of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll sink down to our chair. So tucking that tail, sucking that belly button up and in. Sinking down to wherever feels okay to you. So just breathing here. Always knowing you can sink a little deeper to challenge yourself or back off a little. Just meeting yourself wherever you are today. So one more inhale, and your exhale, let it go. Forward fold. We'll inhale, halfway lift, and then step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Reach that right leg to the sky. Step through. And rise up to your warrior one. So that back foot pointing toward about 10 o'clock. Right knee over that right ankle. So just settling in. Maybe making a connection overhead. Bringing the arms toward the ears. Trying to press into the outer edges of the feet. So feeling nice and grounded, nice and strong into the legs. We'll go ahead and release our hands. Step back to your high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. So we'll step that left foot forward. Rise up to our warrior one. So back leg nice and long. Left knee over that left ankle. Just pressing into those outer edges of the feet. Trying to square the hips and shoulders toward the top of the mat. Maybe making that connection overhead, bringing the biceps toward the ears. You can walk the gaze up if that feels okay to you. And just breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. So focusing on the breath, maybe on the intention. Go ahead and release your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. And exhale to down. So we'll take 2 rounds of our sun bees, moving with our breath. We'll walk, step, or float to the top of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sink down to your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Step that right foot forward. Rise up to your warrior one. Hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Step that left foot forward. Rise up. Warrior one. Hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. So one more round. Walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sink down to your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Reach that right leg to the sky. Step through. Rise up. Warrior one. Hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Left leg to the sky. Step through. Reach and rise. Warrior one. Hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. So just breathing here. Coming back to your intention. Coming back to your breath. So inhaling and exhaling. Just breathing here. We're going to keep our feet on our 2 separate planes, 2 separate running boards. Step that right foot forward and rise up to our crescent lunge. So back leg nice and long. Right knee over that right ankle. We're going to release hands to heart center and twist to the right. So that left elbow to the outside of that right leg. So pressing into the palms, pressing into the ball of that back foot. Trying to stack those wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Maybe opening up to fly. Go ahead and release those hands. Step back to your high push-up. Pause here. We'll roll our heels to the right and come into our side plank. So you can drop that right knee, stagger or stack the feet. Lift that left hip. Left arm can reach to the sky or toward the front of the room. Maybe flexing your feet, engaging your core. We're going to come back to our high push-up. Go ahead and exhale all the way down onto your belly. We're going to set up for our locust pose. So go ahead and relax arms by your sides. So palms down, pinkies in. Squeeze those legs together. Maybe lifting the chest, maybe lifting the legs. Squeeze those pinkies in. Breathing here. And then slowly release the right cheek to the mat. We'll come back to center. So lifting the legs, maybe lifting the chest, can have palms down, pinkies in, or if it feels okay, you can interlace the fingers. Just finding a nice neutral gaze. And just breathing here. Go ahead and release that left cheek to your mat. We'll bring hands under our shoulders, tuck our toes. We're going to press up to our high push-up and back to our downward facing dog. So keeping those feet on those two separate planes, step that left foot forward and rise up to your crescent lunge. So left knee over that left ankle, right leg nice and long. Try to lift that rib cage slightly and just breathing here. We'll release hands to heart center and twist to the left. So right elbow to the outside of that left leg. So press into those palms. Try to stack those wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Maybe opening up to fly. Really pressing into the ball of that back foot. And then just peeling open that top shoulder. So one more inhale. On your exhale, go ahead and release your hands to your mat. We'll step back to our high push-up. Go ahead and exhale all the way down onto your belly again. We're going to reach our arms out to the sides. Bring right cheek on your mat. Bend the left leg, left toes to the right side. So any subtle adjustments with that left leg are going to make a big difference in the pose. So just try to find that sweet spot for you. Just breathing here. So just inhaling and exhaling. Go ahead and come back to center. Bend that right leg, right toes to the left side of the mat. And again, just finding that sweet spot for you. We'll come back to center. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, engage the core, suck that belly button up and in. Maybe lifting it off the mat and then press up to your high push-up, back to your downward facing dog. Take a nice long inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels toward the mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heels down. We'll walk, step, or float to the top of our mat. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll sink down to our chair. So sinking our weight toward our heels. Tuck that tail. We'll release hands to heart center. Twist to the right. So left elbow to the outside of that right leg. So press into the palms. Sink into the seat. Lift your chest. Maybe open up to fly. And just breathing here. So using the breath. One more inhale. On your exhale, let it go. Forward fold. We'll heel to our feet to the outer edges of our mat. Take peace fingers around big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Letting go of the head and neck. Relaxing the shoulders. Just taking any movements that feel good to you. Go ahead and release the hands. We'll turn the heels in, toes out. And sink down to our Buddha squat. So bringing hands to heart center. Maybe pressing those elbows into the legs. You can stay right here if you want to fly your crow, maybe planting the hands, maybe rocking toe to heel, maybe flying your crow. So just breathing wherever you are. If you're flying your crow, we'll go back into our Buddha squat. Go ahead and release our hands, forward fold. Heel toe those feet back to about hip width apart. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll inhale our arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll sink back to our chair. So tucking that tail, sinking our weight toward our heels. Big toes touching. Maybe even peeking down and seeing all 10 toes or lifting all 10 toes. We'll release our hands to the mat and twist to the left. So right elbow to the outside of that left leg. So sinking into your heels, lifting your chest. Maybe opening up to fly. Breathing here. One more inhale. On your exhale, let it go. Forward fold. We'll heel toe our feet toward the outer edges of our mat. Come into our gorilla pose, so palms up, toes meet wrists. So inhale, halfway lift, pull that back nice and flat. And then exhale, let it go. Forward fold. So just breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then release your hands, turn your heels and toes out. So sink down to your Buddha squat. So hands to heart center. Maybe pressing into the legs. Maybe flying your crow. So if you're flying your crow, try to have a nice rounded cat back. Try to pull that belly button toward your spine. Just trying to find a nice neutral gaze or focal point. And then whenever you're ready, you can make your way back to your Buddha squat. We're going to release our hands, forward fold. Heel toe our feet back to about hip width apart. Inhale, halfway lift. And then step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. We're going to walk, step, or float to the top of our mat. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll inhale our arms to the sky. We're going to take our eagle pose. So we're going to bring our arms to goalpost arms. Bring right arm under, right leg over. So just keeping a kickstand to start. Go ahead and sink down into a chair-like pose. Maybe staying here. Maybe wrapping that foot. So sink down, reach up. Go ahead and unravel the arms, unravel the legs. We'll take our eagle on the other side. So left arm under, left leg over. So sink down, reach up. Maybe wrapping that foot. Squeezing into that center line. Go ahead and unravel the arms, unravel the legs. We'll inhale our arms to the sky. Exhale, let it all go, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll rinse through. Step back to your high push-up. Exhale to low. Inhale to up. Exhale to down. Go ahead and drop your knees. Cross your ankles. We'll make our way into a seated position. So with our legs nice and long, we're going to inhale our arms to the sky and then exhale, forward fold. So nice flat back. Breathing here. Go ahead and make your way back up to a seated position, and we'll make our way onto our backs. So knees about, or feet about hip width apart. We're going to set up for a bridge pose. So we're going to press into the feet, lift our hips, lift our thighs. Head and neck nice and neutral. We'll slowly go ahead and release back down. And then one more time, lift our hips, lift our thighs. So just breathing here. Trying to open up across the shoulders. We'll slowly release back down. We're going to bring that right ankle to the top of our left leg and hug it in. Letting go of any last bits of tension. Go ahead and switch sides. Left ankle to the top of the right leg, hug it in. Let any tension just pour out, taking any movements that feel good to you. We're going to hug that right knee in, extend our left leg nice and long. Pull the right knee over to the left, trying to keep a connection with your shoulders to the mat, maybe gazing to the right. We'll come back to center, right leg nice and long. Hug that right knee and pull it over, or hug the left knee and pull it over to the right. So again, just keeping that connection with your shoulders to the mat. We'll come back to center. We're going to curl up into a tight little ball. So give yourself a great big hug. Squeeze your fingers, squeeze your toes, squeeze all of the muscles in your face and body. And then just letting go. Coming into your final resting pose. So just closing the eyes. Breathing here. Just focusing on the breath. Slowly beginning to add movement. Wiggling the fingers, the toes. Whenever you're ready, slowly rolling over onto your right side. So just pausing here in our fetal position. Representing a fresh start, a new cycle. And then slowly making your way up to an easy seated posture. So bringing hands to heart center. The light within me honors the light, love, and peace within you. And together we bow forward and say, Namaste. Yay! Thank you so much for joining me for your practice today. Have an awesome rest of your day.